Man, sometimes life can suck, but that doesn't mean that it's going to continue to suck. Hey guys, Austin here. Today we're not really doing anything special, just walking through a field and kind of just talking. The main reason I wanted to come out here and talk today is because over the last few days, everything's just been kind of building up inside me. I've been getting really sad, really sad. I've been getting angry, and I just don't feel like myself. So I just kind of want to get out here, talk in the open, kind of air things out, and hopefully, if there's anybody at home watching, I'm able to, help you get through whatever you're going through as well. First thing I want to talk about is the idea that you can't control other people's actions or their reactions to anything in this life. The only thing that you have power over is yourself, your reactions, your actions, um, and whatever best serves you. And that's something I'm trying to live by, but it's really difficult sometimes. It's a very simple idea, very simple phrase, but I tell you, it's a lot more work than it sounds like. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just keep moving, keep your head down, and keep fighting. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just go outside and let the peace of the outdoors kind of wash over you. Kind of helps you realize everything's going to be okay. When somebody does you wrong and upsets you, the first thing on your mind is, screw this guy, screw that guy. And even if you don't take revenge, that notion in your head of, oh, hey, he did me wrong and I need to get back at him, that will eat away at you. It will. So when somebody does you wrong, instead of just holding yourself back from doing the revenge and thinking these thoughts, what you should instead do is let things go in one ear and out the other. Um, that's what I think is the best, because you don't want to let that stuff build up inside. Because even if you don't end up, crashing out on that specific person, you'll either end up bottling it up to the point that you do explode on somebody, maybe even somebody who's completely innocent and hasn't even done you wrong. Um, Almost especially that, because you might end up crashing out on somebody that you're more comfortable with or that you're around more often. Um, and if that doesn't happen, that that negative emotion will manifest itself in a different way. If it doesn't end up manifesting in you crashing out or blowing up on somebody else, it could end up manifesting in you over drinking or smoking too much or any negative habit. Man, it really is beautiful out here. If you have a negative emotion in your head and you hold on to that, that's where you're going to get messed up in life, man. The best thing you can do is change your thought process and how you react to certain stimuli. Everybody goes through stuff. Everybody has points in their life that suck. And the more that you think about that, the more that you're able to put this, into practice. Again, you can't control anybody's actions but your own. That same thing goes for any reactions to any actions. I hope I'm making sense. I'm really just out here talking. To be honest, though, I do feel a lot better. Sometimes sometimes I come out here and it doesn't help. It's true. It's okay. You have a coping mechanism and it doesn't work. Sometimes you just have to sit in that the negative energy. Um, it's always best to keep your head down and work through it as best as you can. But sometimes, if all you're doing is avoiding the pain, all you're doing is exacerbating that pain and how long it's going to be around and how much it's going to affect you when it eventually does. Sometimes you just have to sit in it. Seriously. Don't try to avoid it. Don't try to find a coping mechanism. Another thing that's important, in my opinion, is to keep an eye on your friends. Um, Make sure that they're there for the right reasons. and make sure that they actually are your friends. There's a lot of people who will keep you around, they'll keep you in their circle because of the fact that you have something to offer them, and they either don't have anything to offer you or they don't want to offer you anything. This stuff happens all the time, and disagreements between friends happen also. It's really just up to how much you care about the other person. So, if you have an argument with a friend and you actually care about that person, you should apologize, try to mend that relationship. But if it's time and time again where, somebody acts funky, it's not going against this thought process we're talking about to cut them off. It's not. That's completely valid if that's what you have to do to keep yourself safe, to keep yourself right. Not everybody deserves to be in your life, and not everybody wants to be in your life. And honestly, the less friends you have, the more you have. Because those friends that you do have, are solid. Nobody wants 30 friends that don't want to hang out, Nobody wants 30 friends who like every single one of their Instagram posts, but don't want to be in public with them, don't want to help them. I'd much rather have 2 friends and feel comfortable knowing that I trust my friends rather than keep a gigantic circle of people around that I'm unsure of. And that's kind of where I am in life right now. I started this channel just because I started to get back into nature. I got out of a major depressive episode that's been going on for a couple of years, really since I was 17. Today I've been really angry. Had a very unfortunate conversation with somebody who a long time ago I thought was my friend, but I don't know. I don't know anymore, man. Life is very confusing, and that's okay. Oh, man, I'm really just out here blabbing. That's crazy. When you let yourself sit in a negative emotion, you can actually see not only sometimes the beauty in whatever situation it is, but you can also see perhaps somebody else's perspective. Say, for example, you had a fight with your best friend, and you're really upset. You're mad. You're upset. You're sad. Whatever it may be. Sometimes instead of reacting immediately, the best thing to do is sit down, let whatever emotion it is, anger, sadness, frustration, gotta let that wash over you. Man, we've only got so much time on this earth, and living in negative thought patterns and negative headspace is one of the worst ways you can spend it. If you have loved ones, keep them close. If you have people in your life that give you weird energy, or it seems that they don't have your best intentions at heart, you need to keep an eye on that. Don't just brush it away as anxiety. Don't do that. What you should do is try to have an honest, open communication with somebody. You can really tell when people care about you, I think, online, especially. It's sometimes more difficult, I feel like, in person to tell. Everybody's an A-list actor once they have something to lie about. People text a certain way when they care. I don't know. I feel like a crash out right now.
I was recording for another 10 minutes and my phone died and I was not aware of that. Yeah, so I was just out in that field for another 10 minutes, but I essentially said what I wanted to, so hopefully it made some kind of sense. I love you guys. Bye.